In this video, I'm going to demonstrate the features and the functions of Landmark Report's GIS mapping tool called BaseLayers BASIC. Let's get started. BASIC is a land planning dashboard. On the right-hand side, you have a map, and on the left-hand side, this will be your toolbox panel. The different tools that you can use are located up on the top here, which is your legend, layers, your filters, changing the base map, adding data, measuring, printing, and searching within the map. So the first thing that you notice is that the map is set to a street view. If you wanted to change that to say an aerial view, all you have to do is select the base maps here, come down and select imagery, and you'd be all set. For what we're doing right now though, for the purposes of this demonstration, we're gonna go ahead and keep it on the street view. The next tool is the layer list. And this is really the most important probably of the different tools that you're going to want to go into, because this is where you turn on and off information as it's being displayed within your map. So let's start at a zoomed out level, and what you're going to quickly see is the different layers. You can turn them on and off by clicking on these boxes. So the first one we turn on here is your quick links for the counties. So let's take Hillsborough for example. We went in and got you all the links to the important planning departments like the tax collector, clerk of courts, property appraiser, and we've put those all together for you there. You also have the same information from a city perspective. So great little tool set to use from land planning so that you have everything you need in one location. And then you also have, from a zoomed out perspective, this is your FDOT traffic. So all of the lines that you're seeing are the FDOT traffic. There we go. And as we zoom in, you're seeing the AADT. This is your annual average daily traffic volume. And these are showing you on a per road basis the number per day. And so, and then as you get more zoomed in, you're noticing that as you're zoomed out, some of these will gray out. And that's just because of how much information that there is. You have to zoom in a little bit to see some of these. And in particular, the FEMA panel. So if you wanted to see the different flood panels, you got to get pretty far in. And then it'll light up for you which panels that you're in, and then it'll tell you as well what your the different flood zones. So nice little set of tools to go along with. But at its core, what the dashboard is all about is the parcels. And so I'm going ahead and turn this on now, and this is all of the different parcels that are being provided by different counties within the from the property appraiser. So as we zoom in a little bit more and you were to click on one, these little white boxes that are appearing, then what you're getting is the same information that's available at the county property appraiser website. So it includes everything from the DOR codes down to acreage, sale dates, and also there's a link back to that individual parcel on that website. So really handy to have there. But we didn't stop right here, which is kind of where you get stopped at if you were just using, say, for example, a property appraiser website. So instead, what we did is we tried to make this a little bit more user-friendly as far as being able to help identify things. So I'm going to run this as more of a use case so that you can see exactly what you can do with it. So for example here, let's go ahead and take a look at the subdivision of Waterset in Apollo Beach. So using the search function, I'm able to quickly come over to Waterset. And then as I zoom out just a little bit, there we go. Now I'm going to start to see Waterset overall. And again, from a parcel perspective, if I was to just only have the parcels turned on, it's great. I can see on the ground where the geometry is, but I'd have to click on each one to try and figure out what was going on. So instead, what we did is to give you, say, for example, the closings. So these are closings for our residential, commercial, and industrial. So every closing type. And so as you zoom out a little bit more, you can see it encompasses this whole area. But using the other tool that we have here, which is the filtering tool, this would actually allow us to go in and dissect Waterset and figure out what was going on as far as closings in there. So the way that you use that is to ensure that you have the layer that you want to be visible, and then you click on the filtering here. We'll come over to the 12-month closings, turn it on by clicking on this toggle, and then you just use the drop downs and the different fill-in boxes down here. And so for example, let's take a look for Hillsborough, which is where Waterset is located. For the subdivision, we're going to say Waterset. And as you're going to notice, these additional closings will go away as we're coming through and redefining within the filter. And then, so now you're getting quite a few of the different closings that happen within here. But let's say, for example, you're only looking for a sale amount of between, let's say, 200,000 and let's say 700,000. Right, so this will get out anything else other than the residential ones that you're looking for. And now let's define this even further, since there's multiple builders in here, and say now I only want to see David Weekley's. So here we go. Now we click on this, and now here's your real defined view that as you zoom in a little bit more of actually what's going on. So this is what the David Weekley's activity is. So you can, again, when you click on the pop-up windows here, you get all the information you need as far as the size from an acreage perspective, building size. But if you were to want to do a little bit more analysis, you can actually use, for example, our measuring tool here, and you can click this to make the determination of which one of these are what lot type. So for example, we use the measurement tool here to go across the front of it on the street. You just click one time, come across to the other side, double click, and now you're looking at a 40-foot product. So this helps you dissect a little bit more when you start to see things like 319,000 versus 463, to realize that this is a 40-foot product that's 1,000 square feet smaller than, say, the 60-foot product across the street. But again, this will help you dial in a little bit better, I think, by letting you filter down a bunch of information into exactly what it is that you're looking for. In addition to having the closings, we also have put in a couple of additional layers for you to help you visualize these things too. So let's take a look from Vacant Parcels. So Vacant Parcels basically is what it is. So it's defined by the property appraiser from a DOR use code. And so we've highlighted all these for you. And another tool that you can use in addition to it is anything that's a builder owned. So this will help you if you were going to look for lots to maybe be purchasing an active community from a developer, to see which ones were already taken up and kind of help to continue to paint this picture of what is sold, what's vacant, and what's already taken up by a builder. In addition to seeing this information, we also have permits in here. So as we zoom out a little bit more, these are all of the permits that are coming over from the water management district. So again, it looks a little messy because you have all of them, but using the filtering tool, if we come over here, all we have to do now is highlight this. And from our project, if we put in water set, this will now eliminate everything out of the way except for what you're looking for from water set. And then again, using the pop-up windows, this will give you information into the different phases of it. And when you click on the links to doc, this now takes you over to the water management district, and you can get all the information you need there, plus any of the documents that they have available for that section. So from a planning, I've showed you mostly residential right now, but you could also do this if you were looking for basically anything that has a permit on it. So let's take a look and see, like say Chick-fil-A, for example. And we can zoom up here. Looks like we're getting close. This is a VA location here, and this is where you have a Chick-fil-A location that has an issue date from January of 2020. So again, you can use these to get residential, commercial, and industrial. Another really great feature that I'll highlight for you real quick, we'll turn these off, is that you can also put your own data in here. So let's say, for example, you're an engineering company that's working on a project. You can use any of the geospatial type files, which is a CSV or GeoJSON shape files. Just simply click on the browse, you go to your computer where your information is located. You click this, and now you've got your own information that's available to you on the map. And it's not by itself. You can still use the other layers that are here. So for example, you can light this up with information that's surrounding it, such as a FEMA panel or the traffic that's on the street or anything that you want to do. And so if you're showcasing your information, say in your offices to someone, instead of just having Google Earth where you're a little bit limited, this now lets you start to paint a little bit better picture of what's going on. And you can even put things like permits that are around and things of that nature, so you can kind of to paint the picture of this is what we're doing and this is what is around us, and these are the permits or something else that I have. And then the final thing that you can do is you can also run the print function, and this will print exactly what's on the map for you with a legend. So Again, this is an overview from the BaseLayers BASIC. This is a free tool provided by Landmark Reports. To get this, all you have to do is to go to landmarkreports.com and click on the Learn More, and then there's a quick little window that pops up for you to register, and you will be off and running from BaseLayers BASIC. Thank you.